special guest here today.
A very VIP special guest.
Yeah, it's my twin sister. So if you're new to our channel, I'm Biz. This is Jen. We're twins.
Follow me at JennCooks on
JennCooks.
Instagram.
Yeah,
and on YouTube.
Yes, we will link. I have all her links in the description below. But this is one of her signature recipes that she's made. Since 2010.
Yeah, for a very long time.
And her husband has a huge family, so this makes a lot. But Easter's coming up, and we thought this might be a good side dish because it is literally so easy. It's all make ahead. Then you can just grab and go.
Not complicated. Anybody with any skill level can make. So don't think if you can boil water, you can make this recipe. So
yeah. So the only thing I did a little bit different from her recipe, and we will obviously have everything down below, is that I treat my orzo, which we already cooked. This is 2 cups cooked. You can see how much it makes once cooked. Is I use Knorr Beauty Bucket chicken bouillon broth, and so it's just 2 teaspoons of that with 2 cups of water, and I kind of make it like risotto. I just keep stirring until the
water
absorbs, and it's just so much more flavorful. Not that I don't look how you had your
That's
recipe.
okay. We didn't really actually mention what we're making. It'll be in the thing, but it's a cold pasta salad. It's an orzo feta spinach pasta salad. It's adapted from Cooking Light recipe I saw in a magazine many years ago, and I just bring it out. I'll make it year-round now, but for the longest time I would just make it in the spring and summer, and I was like, why? It's like perfect year-round.
Exactly.
So,
and just so you know, I always forget to mention what the dishes that we're making.
Okay.
Halfway through. That's my secret.
So it's very fitting.
It's very
Okay.
fitting. Yeah, so don't worry about it. So why don't you add the spinach to that?
Yes.
I'm gonna.
So basically, what we did beforehand is we cooked the orzo, like she said, and actually let cool completely, because like this is a cold pasta salad. Since we use the Knorr, we don't rinse it because you don't want to get that flavor out. So
yes.
And we just chopped up some fresh spinach, which goes in there.
And I've run this through the Weight Watcher builder. 1 cup of this is 7 Weight Watcher points, but obviously a half a cup would be fine for a side dish.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just so light, fresh, and delicious. And we've talked about this on the channel before, but I love getting these garlic cloves already peeled. It's amazing. They last about 3 to 4 weeks in the bag once you buy them.
I was just going to ask you, can you put them in the freezer?
Yes, ma'am, you can. So what I do is I just put toss the whole bag in a large cookie sheet, make sure they're individual, not touching each other. They'll freeze individually, and then after 30 minutes you can throw them in a Ziploc bag, or throw them back in this bag if you like. It's going to have a different texture when you cut it after the freezer because of the way the viscosity. I don't know. I just want to say that word.
Yeah.
But the flavor will be the same.
Yes, exactly. And I don't mind raw garlic. Do you like raw garlic?
Yeah.
Like in a thing?
Uh-huh.
If you wanted, you could roast the garlic cloves before you do this thing, but I don't mind.
Yeah.
This also, let's just talk about not using your knife as a bench scraper. When you do that to your cutting board, you're just dulling the knife, and it's not going to do. So if you don't have a bench scraper, which I do have one over there, just flip your knife over, and then that way, and we're going to add this to our vinaigrette. And what we have here is 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. This is where you want to use extra virgin olive oil because you'll be able to taste it when people saute and stuff like that. First of all, the smoke point isn't as great when you use extra virgin olive oil. So think of it as like a finishing oil. So you want it to
like for marinades.
Marinades, vinaigrettes, stuff like that. And then we're also going to talk about.
So we have in here the olive oil, the red wine vinegar, and then the garlic.
Yes. Okay. And then you can just eyeball the salt and pepper.
Yeah.
And Jen, do you ever use a different dressing? Is there another one that works?
Yes. If you don't want to go this route of making your own vinaigrette, a big one that I use a lot is Paul Newman's light balsamic vinaigrette dressing, salad dressing. Like about a half a cup of the dressing. Another one is Garlic Expressions, which is also amazing. Very light and lemony kind of vinaigrette. Same thing, about a quarter of a cup to half a cup of that into there. But we're making our own.
I'm also adding to her recipe oregano.
Yeah.
Just because I think it's going to be, since we're going like the kind of like a Greek Mediterranean route.
Definitely.
About a tablespoon of that. And
with the feta.
With the feta cheese. This is a microplane, and these are cheap. They cost like $10. But what I see people doing online is going back and forth like that. It drives me nuts because it only goes one way. The tines only go one way. So you want to make sure that you just...
You're not helping anybody.
No, and the thing is that you can't sharpen this. This impossible sharps, then you're going to have to go out and buy a new one like every quarter, I think. I'm just saying. And it's easier to get the zest off before you slice it to get your juice. And you just kind of lift up.
I think the one I have is kind of dull because mine doesn't get the zest off that much.
Oh,
and
gosh.
It's always like...
Yeah, then you need to get a new one.
Yeah.
And like I said, they're cheap. You can get them at Bed Bath & Beyond. Mine
well,
happens
birthday's coming up.
Mine happens to be Flav City brand,
nice.
which is really nice. I like a lot of lemon zest, so I'm gonna do the whole thing. It's probably gonna be about a tablespoon and a half. But measure with your heart. You know, it's your journey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's your journey. That looks good.
Yeah, that's very good.
And then you can just be careful. Go the same way.
The other
Pasta.
quick tip with the microplane is don't reach the white.
Yeah, as soon as you hit this is the pith. That beyond this is super bitter. You don't want it because it's gonna make your dish taste like ass.
Yeah,
basically. And then another tip is to, since there's seeds in here, just squeeze the lemon or lime over your hand. The juice is gonna go through, but I'm gonna hang on to the seeds because we don't want to eat the seeds.
No.
All right.
And before we go to the other half, let's just taste it.
Yeah, for sure.
To make sure that it's going to be...
Yeah, taste as you go, guys.
I always forget to taste as I
It's
go.
easier to, what you think it needs.
I think it needs a little bit more salt.
Yes.
But that's delicious.
Yeah, and I actually think a little bit.
That's black pepper.
It's
going to be a little bit peppery.
Yeah, it's fine. And maybe just a touch more oregano.
Okay, I'm going to stir it again very well, and then let's just taste it.
Do you like
You
it?
can take it off the spoon.
That's right.
I do. I think that's enough lemon.
Yeah, and I think it's bright enough.
Okay, so we're going to put the feta in.
Are you going to put the whole thing?
No.
Okay. It's about 4 ounces, which is about half that container.
Yeah, I'm just going to put it in for that because obviously you can use it for something else. But the feta just kind of just makes it so just fresh as well. And like I said, since it's a cold salad, you can make this ahead of time. I've definitely had it leftovers several days later, and the spinach is still fine. So it don't think like, oh, you have to eat it.
Even though it's dressed. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, because sometimes the spinach can get gross, and it's just kind of like.
It smells amazing already. I can smell it from here.
Yeah, just that fresh lemon.
And I'm not joking. As Biz said, I bring this to every family party that we have, and there's not a drop left in it.
Oh, so here's the other thing about your recipe.
Yeah.
I couldn't find any pine nuts.
I couldn't. I know that
That's
actually
really
was
hard to
gonna.
find.
I know, and actually I was gonna mention that too. The original recipe has pine nuts. I've only used it the original time because I remember the first time going to the grocery store, it was like $12 or something for pine nuts, and I was like, "Are you kidding me right now?"
But I do have salted almonds. Do you think that would go good in here?
I don't even think we need anything.
Okay.
But yeah, and since then, that's a good comment because pine nuts are expensive. They're hard to find. In fact, at Caputo's grocery store, this grocery store near us, they actually had it because it was so expensive. You had to ask for somebody to unlock it.
Oh my gosh.
I know, and I was just like,
is it saffron?
What was happening? I'm like, is there gold in there? I'm not really for sure.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think this is going to be amazing.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to just give it a taste.
Yeah, I'm going to get some of that off the...
Got some feta in there too, girl.
Oh.
Perfect.
Is that so good?
It's so easy. It's so delicious. Stop.
Any barbecue. I mean, this is just like such a great...
yeah, you could grill chicken. You can do some salmon.
It's super versatile.
Yeah, it literally makes like 8 cups of for a side dish or...
I love doing kebabs on the side. For this too is also good. It's just
I love a good kebab.
I know. And it's just such an easy thing to make. And it just turns out great every time. You can't really mess it up.
Yeah.
I love that.
So add this one to your rotation this spring and summer. You will not regret it. so good. It was so great having you on the show today.
I know. Thank you for having me and for sharing this amazing recipe.
Yeah, maybe we should start a playlist of the Biz and Jenn show.
Yes,
yeah, exactly.
Yes, so this is the first episode.
Of
many. Yes.
Thanks for stopping by today.
And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to get notified of new videos.
Have a great day.
See you next time.